this.
Like
Yeah, I see a little bit there.
Yeah, don't you think you see it like right in the middle? It feels like a waste of time. But I didn't want to know.
Because that one was really faint, but it was there. First morning urine. That's where the magic is.
This is night urine.
Urine de nito.
You can really see my gray hair right now. Check that out. Do you see it?
You see mine that I don't have.
Oh my gosh. Nope, it says no.
Give it some time.
This cycle, I started spotting, which is not abnormal for me. I spot every single cycle about 2 or 3 days before I'm supposed to start. And so, same situation happened this time. It was no different. And I was like, okay, it's not this one, you know, whatever. Let's move on and try again next time. And then the spotting stopped. It was a day after my period was supposed to come and it hadn't come yet. So I was like, okay, let's test. And didn't have a test at home. So we went and we bought one, and Nick and I want to find out together. So I have to wait until he gets home from work. And so I was like, well, you know, like it's a day past when I was supposed to start anyway. So let's just go ahead and test like tonight, because since it's a day past, it should have enough to show up on a test anyway, and even though it's not first morning pee. So we tested last night, which is what you just saw, and the first test, we were like, oh, nope, it's negative. And then we were kind of like, well, I don't know, I think there's a line there. And so we were kind of looking, and there was a very, very, very faint line. So we were like, okay, like let's test again and try with a digital so that it will say pregnant or not pregnant. And when I tested, it said not pregnant. And we were like, This is also only two and a half hour pee. I hadn't even been holding my pee for 4 hours. And so we were like, oh, let's just try it. So we did. And so we were like, okay, but it also like hasn't been very long, so it might not have enough in the pee to register for a digital test. So we were like, we'll just test tomorrow, and we'll test in the evening again, because by then my number should have doubled, and then, you know, like it will show up better. So this morning I woke up for classes and I didn't start. My temperature went up. I was very excited. And then after classes, after I got done teaching, I went to the bathroom and I started. So, I am waiting it out today. I'm gonna test this afternoon like we had planned, just to see if the line goes away or if it gets darker. I am holding my pee this time so that I will, you know, have some in my system, and we'll just see. So I just finished teaching a little bit ago, and my doctor's office wasn't open yet, so I've just kind of been getting ready until then. I took the pregnancy test last night and it was negative, like I assumed that it would be, so I'm guessing that this was a chemical pregnancy. But I want to call my doctor to just kind of make sure that he doesn't want me to come in and get any blood work done, since I have been going to the office to kind of try to figure things out. I called a few days ago to schedule an x-ray because I thought I had started my period, but then I actually hadn't. So I took a pregnancy test and it was positive, but then I started bleeding yesterday. So
yeah, let's start by doing the numbers. So come in today and have it done. We'll do it again Monday.
So I just realized that I didn't mention that I took another pregnancy test and it now said negative. I'm just gonna call back, I think. I feel so stupid calling back, but I think I'm just gonna call back and tell her that, to make sure that we're checking the right levels. Like, I don't know. I'll just see. I'll just call back. So I guess I wanted to see if I needed to come in to get my blood drawn to check anything for that. I guess more so than to see if I'm still pregnant.
Not necessarily. But I can send him a message to see if he wants you to do anything else different.
Okay.
Alright, let me ask him. We'll call you back.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so I'm just gonna catch you up really quick while I put my socks on to get ready to most likely go. They didn't call me back, but I kind of assumed that they wouldn't because I just kind of assumed that they probably they didn't need levels at this time. Like maybe if it happened a third time, then they would want levels. And she said that if my test came back negative, then I didn't need to come in unless I just wanted to. And I was like, okay, well, I don't need to come in. Like it's negative, so it's negative. So fast forward, I'm on day 11 of my cycle and I start bleeding and I'm like, this is really weird. And so checked it out, you know, did the doctor Google that you're not supposed to do, but sometimes it's helpful. And I saw that I should probably take another pregnancy test. So I did, and it's positive. So I don't know what's going on because I'm bleeding a lot. And I would say that the first set that I was calling about, the first chunk of bleeding, I was bleeding more than a normal period. This one, I'm not bleeding more than a normal period. So I don't know what's going on. Again, they don't open until 8, so that's in a couple minutes. So I'm just putting on my shoes. And I'm gonna call them because I need to go in to see if my levels are rising because I'm assuming that my first little stint of bleeding was implantation bleeding, even though, good gracious, if that was implantation bleeding, everything on the internet is wrong for me. But I'm assuming that that was implantation bleeding, and then this is maybe nothing, or maybe this is me miscarrying, or maybe that was me miscarrying and this is like continued and it's not completely getting rid of itself. I don't know. But if I was, then I wouldn't be darker on the pregnancy test than I was then. Like it was very faint then and now it's not as faint. So it's clearly pregnant now. And so I don't know. I'm just gonna call and I'm gonna get my blood work drawn again. And then I'm probably gonna go in a few days and get my blood work drawn again. But hopefully this is just the beginning of me getting my blood work drawn and me doing a lot of different things because hopefully I'm pregnant. Okay, so I tried to put her on speaker, but that didn't really work. So basically what's going on is that I am going in today to get blood work done. I'm gonna get 2 things done. I'm gonna get HCG levels to confirm if I am pregnant or not. And then I'm going to get my blood type tested to see if I might need the RhoGAM shot. And then that is what's causing this. So I'm going to get it right now. I will then call her in an hour and she will tell me what my blood type is to tell me if I need to come in to get the shot. And then on Wednesday, I will go and get blood work done again. And that time will just be the HCG levels to see if they are rising. So that's where I'm at. I will check back in soon. Okay, it is now Wednesday. I am back at the lab to get more blood work done. I called in on Monday after an hour and they said that I did not need the RhoGAM shot and that I was pregnant. So that is exciting that I'm pregnant. My level was 438, which she said she would put me at 4 weeks. So I don't know if maybe I ovulated later or what. So I could be less along than I think I am. I am waiting. Perfect. It is time now. So I'm going to go in, put my mask on, get my lab work done again, and then I call again in an hour to see if it has doubled. If I'm being completely honest, I don't think it has. I don't see how there's any possible way that it could have doubled, just based on what is going on down there. But obviously I am praying that it has doubled and that everything is going to be healthy and fine. So we'll see.
Well, it's not going down, but it's not totally doubling.
Yeah.
And the numbers do some weird things sometimes, so I'm not going to say, oh, it's not good, because it still might not be bad.
Right.
But I'd rather him look at it since he's the doctor.
What was my number this time?
564. But he's not here today. He may end up looking at the computer sometime today. If he does, I'll call you back. I'll send him a message to look at it to see if he wants you to do anything.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
If you don't hear back from me today, we'll call you tomorrow, okay?
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So I'm just still hanging out. Still in limbo. Just have to wait longer.